Playing the Patrice O'Neal tribute special all weekend long.
Patrice O'Neal, he's dead. This sucks.
One of the funniest guys ever to walk the planet.
Buy Patrice's CD, Mr. P, new release, Better Than You. Both available on iTunes and Amazon.com. Proceeds going directly to Patrice's family.
Vivian got a letter from Lisa at Opie's wedding a couple of years ago, and the first thing I noticed about him was just what a sweet guy he was. And, he's like, sure, Dr. Steve, I'll do your little show. And I always thought we had all the time in the world to have that conversation on the air about diabetes and being in show business and stuff like that. Bless him, Mark. Patrice was a big-hearted guy. I was talking to Chest Pain Rob today, and he reminded me that when Opie and Anthony had that mentally handicapped guy who worked at McDonald's, you remember that bit? And they got him on the air, and they pretended to be McDonald's executives, and then they fired him on the air. And it was Patrice who begged them to call him back and let him know it was a joke. And of course they didn't, but he was just such he couldn't stand some little guy in Podunk thinking he lost his job even for a few minutes it would take him to figure it out. He's a big-hearted guy. He lived life on his own terms and then checked out. And he was one of the funniest and best-loved people who ever crossed the airways on Sirius XM. And Weird Medicine salutes the memory of Patrice O'Neal and what he stood for. We will sorely miss him.
Comedy graduating class, I came up out of Boston. I started in 1990 and met Patrice soon after. And the laugh that built into like a laugh scream, which I'm sure a couple of people have tried to, do the impersonation, but, it would start with, I can't believe it. I can't believe this guy's shot across the street. It was like this, you almost thought his throat was gonna close. Oh my God! It was just, he's trying to talk through it, and he would try to describe this thing that he saw that made him laugh during the day. And it's such a sound that will always resonate in my mind, especially when I see silly little mundane things that I know Patrice would have did just love to opine and kind of cut up and talk about. So he's my brother. He's part of my he's part of not just this unbelievable comedy community that I came up with, but I was inspired by very few people at the very beginning, and Patrice was he was one of the best. We lost one of the best.
Remembering Patrice O'Neal, his greatest moments on ONA.
Chinese people are the cheapest, most disconnected human beings I've ever fucked. Let me tell you, man, the guy been coming to clean my fish tank. I can't clean it, Cleans my fish tank every month. I give him 2, every month. 2? 2. Because it's hard. I watch him. I go, this is worthless.
Yeah. You got a big-ass fish tank? We don't even know about this.
220 gallons.
What you got in it? Anything good in it?
I got a lot of good shit. I got lobsters and fucking... It's not... And a lady convinced me it was... I had it like 5 years because, my fucking blood pressure. She's like, fish, calm you down. I don't even watch them. I just feed them and they live their life.
You don't even watch them.
If them cocksuckers could walk, they would just leave. Like, they like...
saltwater tank?
I have fresh water, but I have good looking fresh water.
Yeah. How big is 220 gallons?
Is
that about a 220 right there?
It's